Good evening, friends. Today I am preparing a video on stores ledger control account. बेटा ये एक बहुत important topic है and a very hot topic for all the teachers to give you lengthy questions. जो 15 marker, 17 marker questions होते हैं उसके लिए ये एक बहुत अच्छा question और बहुत अच्छा topic माना जाता है. Now फर्स्ट स्पेसिफिकली कि हम स्टोर्स लेजर कंट्रोल अकाउंट बनाते किसके लिए हैं और कौन बनाता है, वेयर एग्जैक्टली इट इज प्रिपेयर्ड. सी स्टोर्स लेजर कंट्रोल अकाउंट इज अ टाइप ऑफ कंट्रोल अकाउंट इन कॉस्टिंग. मतलब क्या हुआ कंट्रोल अकाउंट? मतलब इस अकाउंट के थ्रू हम कंट्रोल करते हैं हमारे प्राइजेस को, हमारे स्टॉक को. व्हाट काइंड ऑफ स्टॉक? It is the raw material stock which we are controlling through our stores ledger control account. Now I have raw material in my warehouse. Now वो raw material का क्या क्या हो सकता है? That raw material I can first purchase. So I have purchased it from the supplier. What happened? There is a receipt. Now I have the raw material with me. उसको मैं अपने पास तो रखूंगी नहीं. I will issue it. I will issue it to whom? I will issue it to the production people. Now, that issue is my issue here. Then, whatever after every transaction, how much balance is left and what is the rate of that balance, that comes here. Now, stores ledger control account is specifically, it guides us at what rate I need to issue it to the production department. This helps us to find out the price of the final प्रोडक्ट. नाउ बेटा इसमें बहुत सारे ट्रांजैक्शंस हो सकते हैं. देयर मे बी मल्टीपल रिसीट्स, मल्टीपल इश्यूज, ये चलता रहता है. These are specifically prepared for a particular time. Specifically या generally ये एक महीने के लिए प्रिपेयर होता है. So during a month you can have various receipts, you can have various issues. वो सब चलता रहता है. You may have some returns as well from the production floor. All these things can come here. I have taken a very small example to show you how the entries are taking place and how do we calculate the rate. Now, in the question which I have taken, there is an opening balance on 1/5, that is 1st May, of 20 units at ₹5. Then there is a receipt, मतलब हमने goods purchase किए. On 2nd of May, 30 units I have purchased for ₹4. Then on 5th May, मतलब 5th May को मैंने issue किया है 10 units. Now, here the price is not given. Why the rate is not given here? Because the rate I will have to calculate by preparing the stores ledger control account. Then there are two specific or very important things in the stores ledger account. That is my treatment of normal loss and treatment of abnormal loss. So how do we treat normal loss and abnormal loss? वो भी हम इस वीडियो में देखेंगे. Now, before I start, stores ledger control account are generally prepared either on FIFO basis or weighted average basis. There might be a question to do it on LIFO basis also. So LIFO you will automatically know when I teach you FIFO. Now, questions generally क्या होते हैं? अगर 5 marker है तो transactions कम होंगे and you might have to do only one method. If it is a 15 marker or a 17 marker question, it is possible that you might have to do it under FIFO, weighted average, everything. Answers will automatically be different. अब सबसे पहले, now this is the format of your stores ledger control account. Date, particulars. I have 3 major columns, that is the receipt, issue and balance. Under each column, quantity, rate and the total amount and so on. So this is the format for my stores ledger control account. First I will teach you how to do this question on FIFO method. Now, first I have an opening balance. The date is 1/5. I have opening balance. Opening balance of 20 units at ₹5. तो balance है, तो balance किधर जाएगा? Is it a receipt or an issue? No, it is the balance. So here I will not have any transaction. The amount and the quantity and the rate will come here. 20 units at ₹5. So my amount is 100. Please draw a line after this. This transaction is or this event has occurred. Next is receipt on 2/5. 2/5 there is a receipt. Generally in your particulars column you have a particular number like GR number or SRN number that you write here, or from whom you have purchased, all those things, all those information are written in the particulars column practically. When it comes to theoretical questions, they generally give you receipt only. Or if SR GRN number is there, please write that. GRN is goods received note number. Now, I have received 30 units at rupees 4. So receipt column 30 units at rupees 4, that is 120. Now we are following FIFO method. Under FIFO, you don't mix the stock. So first I already had 20 units at 5 rupees, that is 100. ये यहाँ से आया. Next I have 30 units at 4 rupees, that is 120. So I have two kind of stocks with me. This is my receipt. Next is issue on 5th of May. So 5th May, there is an issue. Issue of how many units? Issue is of 10 units. Now, 10 units, the rate is not given to me. What will be the rate? The rate will be, since we are following FIFO, so first in, first out, which is first in this. So we will have 5 rupees as the rate, which has come from here. So 50 units are gone here. So how many units are left? Units left are 10 units because 10 is already issued at 5 rupees, that is 50. And these 30 units are intact at 4, that is 120. Now, let me take one more example of issue. Let us say there is one more issue, or let us say 6th of May, and that issue is of 20 units. I have added something to the question. Now, let us see how that issue occurs. 6th of May. 6th May, there is another issue for 20 units. Now, according to FIFO, that is first in, 10 units I have, so this stock should go first. How many units do I have in this stock? I just have 10 units. So let me first give these 10 units out. 10 units at rupees 5, that is 50 gone. So this is come from here. I have to issue how many? 20. So the rest 10 will come from this stock. At what? 4 rupees. So 40. This stock has come from this. So how many units are left with me? I am left with 20 units at 4. This is completely gone now. This is gone. So I just have 20 units left from here at 80, at 4 rupees. So that is 80 rupees. Next is the treatment now. I have done this, I have done this. Next is normal loss and abnormal loss. This is on 31st of May. So 31st of May, normal loss. Now, what is normal loss? Normal loss is the expected loss. If you have seen my normal and abnormal loss video, I had told you what does these normal loss units do. Normal loss units put their burden of cost on the good units, inflating their price. Same thing we are going to do here. Normal loss, how many units? 1 unit is a loss. So if 1 unit is a loss, I have to remove 1 unit. 1 unit to mujhe hatana hi padega. I can treat it in 2 ways. Either I remove it from the balance, or I can also write it into the issue column. Both are right and acceptable. But we will do it in the balance column itself. So, since 2 units are my normal loss, let me remove 2 units. 20 minus 2. Or I can write here. Or let me just write it 20 minus 2. 18 units. Now, inflating the price. This is normal loss, inflating the price. Kya hoga? Here, the price will still remain 80 itself. The price will remain 80 itself. Now, when the price is 80, but the number of units are 18, what would be my cost per unit? My cost per unit would be, rate per unit would be 4.44. क्या हुआ बेटा इससे? Because of because of the normal loss unit, my rate per unit has gone up. This is how the normal loss units are treated. क्या होता है normal loss में? Units come down, but the rate remains same. Ultimately, increasing the price or increasing the rate per unit. This is the treatment of normal loss. Normal loss, because of the normal loss, ये क्यों बढ़ा बेटा? Because these two units have actually put on their burden on the good units, that is on the 18 units. So per unit price has gone up by 0.44. This is the treatment of normal loss. So I have 18 units at 80 rupees. So the rate has become 4.44 now. The next treatment is of abnormal loss. This is again on 31.5. I have abnormal loss. Abnormal loss is of 1 unit. अब देखो बेटा क्या होता है. Normal loss has put its burden on good units and inflated their price. But what is the case of abnormal loss? You would have seen in my earlier videos, abnormal loss never puts its burden on the good units. They have to take their own weight and go out. So 18 minus 1, now I have 17 units. This 1 unit will take its cost of 4.44. It will take away its cost also. It will go and hit my P&L account. So if I remove this, I am left with 75.56. Yes, 75.56. अब देखो बेटा, this rate you never write it first. Please minus this and whatever is the ultimate rate you will have to write here. Why am I saying this? Because the decimals might change. This should not change because of the decimals. So 75.56 divided by 17, you will see that the rate still remains 4.44. Can you see the normal loss units have not increased has not put their burden on the good units. The rate per unit is still 4.44. Abnormal loss units have never put. Normal loss has inflated the price. So you might see in the question, instead of normal and abnormal loss, they might use the words that there is a shortage of 2 units. There is a shortage of 2 units which are inflating the price. तो फिर ये कौन सा loss हो गया? Normal loss हो गया. There is 1 unit which has to be treated as an overhead. अगर ऐसा लिखा हो, what kind of, if it has to be treated as an overhead, क्या करना है? Material से पूरा का पूरा cost निकालना है. That means it's an abnormal loss. So this is how we do under FIFO method. Now let us see how we do this under weighted average method. So I am removing all the figures from here, redoing the question. It is very important to follow the format. Otherwise, the question, your solution might go wrong. Yeah, this is our format again, and we are going to do it under weighted average. Now, opening balance 1, 5. I have an opening balance. Again, balance comes here. So 20 units at 5 rupees, 100 rupees. This transaction is done. Next, receipt on 2.5. 2.5, I have a receipt. The receipt is of 30 units at rupees 4, that is 120. Now, under weighted average, what are we doing? Under weighted average, we are finding out one single rate. अब बेटा यहाँ पे we have to be very careful whether it is receipt or issue. You never write the rate column first. Keep this as the thumb rule that we never write the rate column first. Rate column will always be calculated as amount divided by quantity. ये thumb rule याद कर लो. Now, so what am I going to do? I'm going to write the quantity, I'm going to write the amount, and rate I will find out. Weighted average. So we are mixing all the stock. 20 plus 30, I have 50 units. 100 rupees and 120 rupees. The cost of those 50 units is 220. So what is my rate? 220 divided by 50, that is 4.4. This is my rate. This transaction is done. Next, I have an issue on 5/5. I have an issue on 5th of May for 10 units. 10 units. Now, what will be my rate? Since I just have one rate, it is weighted average method. I'm going to take the rate as 4.4. And here 4.4 into 10, 44. Again, what was our thumb rule? We write the quantity, we write the amount, and then calculate the rate. आप बोलोगे मैम रेट तो सेम ही आएगा. Why are you giving us this thumb rule? बेटा, the rate might change by few decimals. मतलब यहाँ पे 4.4 के जगह 4.43 आ जाएगा या 42 आ सकता है. That is why I'm telling you, always write the rate column at last. So now I'm left with 40 units, 50 minus 10, 40, and 220 minus 44, that is 176 rupees. So 176 divided by 40, I still have the rate of 4.4. Done. Next, I have added one more thing in the question, that on 6th May, I have again a issue for 20 units. Again, the rate remains the same, 4.4. So that becomes 88. Now, again the thumb rule, we write the quantity 40 minus 20, 20 units. 176 minus 88, I will get 88. So the rate is 4.4. Next, normal and abnormal loss. So 31st, I have normal loss. Normal loss of how many units? 2 units. So 20 minus 2, that is 18 units. Normal loss inflates the price, so amount will not change. 88. Amount will not change. So 88 divided by 18, 4.88. The new 4.89. The new rate is 4.89. What has happened? Again, I'm explaining. Because of normal loss, the price per unit has gone up, has been inflated. Thumb rule याद कर लो अगर लिखना है तो. If you want to remember, normal loss, only the quantity will be removed, the amount will not be removed. Last, on 31st of May, abnormal loss, 1 unit. So 18 minus 1, that is 17 units. Abnormal loss, पूरा का पूरा cost भी बाहर जाएगा. So 88 minus 4.89. What I get is 88 minus 4.89, that is 83.11. 83.11 divided by 17, rate is 4.89 again. So my closing balance is 17 units at a rate of 4.89, that is 83.11. This is under weighted average method. This is a very, very important topic and a very scoring portion as well. So it is good for the teachers as well as for the students also. Beta, ye topic kabhi mat chhodna. This is a very, very scoring topic. Thank you.